Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we're checking in on a tank that we haven't seen for just about 2 months. So last time I said I didn't really want to be messing with this too much. I wanted to just kind of let this ride and see what happened. And true to form, I couldn't leave it alone. I had to tweak it slightly. So maybe you'll notice, maybe you won't, but I kind of pushed it back a little bit. There was some stuff behind this, and I just figured, it's not adding to the scape at all, so let's take it out. So I pushed this back and bunched up all these plants in that one corner, and it was doing really good for a while, and then I started to have a problem. Okay, so if you look here, see the I'm knocking down all the booze. Let me just move them out of the way. So if you see here, the Vallisneria, it's got all these holes in it. Now apparently that's from a nutrient deficiency. So what my issue was, and you can see it here on some of these other plants too, I don't know what that one's called. I've had it for so long. It was one of the first plants I ever bought, and I've just been propagating it, and you see I have more growing up the back there, but that also has some holes in it. So what's going on is I think it's like a lack of either potassium or magnesium, one of the two. But when I was doing some reading, I found out one way you can fix it is by doing water changes. So I've been doing that. I've been doing water changes, and now I have some more healthy growth coming off there. So it's working. It's just you're seeing kind of the remnants of the problem that I'm trying to fix. So there's that, right? But this gigantic, this is probably the biggest clump of Java fern I've ever had, right? Turns out that's why, that's very hungry for those nutrients that are causing the holes in my other plants. So those are a faster growing plant. They're trying to use up whatever's left, but that's eating the lion's share majority of the nutrients in the tank. So I don't really know what to do. I've been doing some water changes, trying to keep that changed up, and I've been trying to dose some fertilizer, but it's a war, right, of extremely slow proportions. Will this win or will that win? I'm gonna let it ride and see who comes out on top. Either this will die back because of a lack of nutrients, or this will start growing and taking over, and suddenly this will be too fast and it'll grow too quickly that it will use up everything, and that will slowly die back. So either way, I'm not too worried about it. If I lose the Java fern, I have some in other tanks. I have enough plants in here that I'm gonna let it just kind of go. This is my crypts. They're growing good, and I just noticed something today. There's some there, there's some here, but then if you look right there, that little stalk growing up right there, yeah, that's another crypt. They send runners out under the soil, so it looks like that's spreading, so I'll have some more popping up there soon. So I'm happy with it. The plants are doing good. I have good growth. This plant here is like an anubias of some kind. A while back I glued it to that rock, and it seems to be doing very well. It's growing up, the leaves look nice and healthy, and I have another one that I kind of shoved back in there. It's not, if we flip to this angle here, you can kind of see it back there. From what I can tell, it's doing good, but I just really don't have a place for it in any of the tanks, so it kind of just has to live there, and I'm hoping it will survive and kind of grow up the back, so I have some growing on this side and some growing on that side, with the taller ones growing in the back section like they are now. When this Java fern dies back, you'll see more of the wood, and I want this Java moss to kind of grow and continue to spread. I had trimmed some there. That's doing good. So the shrimp are kind of maintaining that. And sorry, I'm smudging up the glass. I'm touching it too much. But if you look right there, see that little fuzzy sac? That's hair algae. That's a problem. I've been ignoring it. I keep checking in on it. It's like kind of slightly growing, but I don't want to mess with it and send little fibers all over and then have a huge hair algae outbreak. So I might try to get in there and grab it out at some point. If I have enough fast growing plants, in theory they'll outcompete that. So I'm trying to be hands off, but I don't. It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch. I know you guys are out there struggling too, but if you look on the Java fern, I do have some leaves that are starting to die back. So I think my plan is working. I think the Java fern will just slowly die back, and I think my Vallisneria will keep growing. I did add a little bit of hair grass here, and that is sending some runners, but it's not doing super well. I just want to let it go. I put some of these rocks in the foreground here too, that's new, because I didn't want this to completely carpet and block all of my shrimp viewing opportunities. So I put these bigger rocks here. They kind of go, like even this one, you can't see the end, but it is almost all the way up to the glass. So that should stop them from growing. That way when I feed my shrimp, I can put the food down here and you can see all the guys. My two corridors are doing good. I got plenty of snails. Now that the loaches are gone, I guess that was my issue. They were eating all the snails. That's why I never had them in this tank. Now that they're gone, holy crap, are they everywhere. But like with everything else, I'm just trying not to worry about it. They're not hurting me. They're keeping the tank clean. Happy, healthy tanks, good with me. And then we do have the shrimp there. They're doing good. You see them there. They've had multiple little groups of babies. I assume most of the babies hide back in here. There's lots of safe room for them to hide. You know, if you look, there's a pregnant mama shrimp right there on that Java fern. So I'm always seeing the pregnant mamas. The harlequin rasboras are up there doing their thing, swimming around. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this tank. I do wish I had more stuff kind of growing along the top, but it's just too much to balance where, you know, I want all the plants growing on the bottom and over there. And right now I got the nutrient issue. So it's like, I'll just worry about that later. Let me see what I could do on the bottom and try to really get this tank looking nice and growing good. So yeah, that's my update. Sorry it went a little long. It's been a little busy over here. But yeah, the plan is trying to have like at least one video out every 2 weeks. Yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.